What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I'm Wayno. It's Friday. Grind day. Put that bread up. Yo, I know all of us, right? Men. We all be having like this villain arc of the girl that like started talking to the other boy when we was in the 8th grade. Or even for myself, it happened when I was like a teenager. Like the girl I liked the most was talking to this other dude while I was talking to her, and it broke my heart. And a lot of men use that as like a license to go out and do whatever, a license to be irresponsible because of how we felt when we was kids. But right now, what we seeing Papoose go through, it ain't funny, but it's funny because I can't even imagine how he feel, man. Like going through what he going through. Today we talking about Papoose and Rem. I don't know if y'all been watching what's been unfolding on social media over the past 24 hours, but we always talk about people. We always talk about people saying, "Oh no, it's sad because everybody put their stuff out there." No, it ain't. It ain't their stuff. It's the people stuff. Once you start hitting send and share and all of that, like I get it now. When I was doing management and I had to put fires out, you got to hit somebody at Ball Alert or hit somebody here. Yo, could you take that down? Ball Alert used to be like, yo, they hit send. They the person who said it. They the one who, or any blog. Yo, could you hit them up like, yo, could you take that down? They like, would I take it down? Why would your artist put it up? Or why would a person you working with put it up? So now it's like, I can understand why people don't even watch Netflix and none of that, or don't watch shows, because if you got Wi-Fi, you got a phone, you got everything you need. If you don't really want to see scripted drama, you can see real drama. You can see law and crime and unfold, you know what I'm saying, right on YouTube. You can see court cases. You can see love affairs, all types of stuff, right? But Remy and Pap been going back and forth for the past few months. You know what I'm saying? We all know that Pap is involved with Claressa. Yeah, what's the name? I'm sorry, excuse me. Yeah, Claressa Shields, excuse me. I was about to say another name, but Claressa Shields, who is a professional boxer, a champion, and a former MMA athlete. Knowing that what Pap is going through, man, I mean, when he was with Remy, you know what I'm saying, he used to speak all of these kind things and all these nice things about her.
I knew she was the one, was when we separated. I always wanted to be, I couldn't wait to get back in her presence. You know what I'm saying? I was always missing her, like, damn, I can't wait to see her again. She was different from other females, you know?
And she used to even have things to say about him.
Pap used to come see me literally every single day, so I was chilling. I was like,
so he came up every day? Every visit?
For the first year, he came literally every single day. When you're in a match, you have a visit every day, except for it alters on the weekends, Saturday or Sunday. So literally the first year,
he came every day. How far is Bedford Hills from?
It's about 45 to an hour, depending on traffic.
So think about that. You in jail, you got a heavy case for the next 8 years. Well, you sentenced to 8 years. He coming there every day to make sure you got what you need, be there for you emotionally as much as he can. Can't see and touch. I mean, he can see you, but can't touch you and whatever. You know what I mean? That's a lot for him to go through. Now, the thing is like Papoose is something like we've never seen before. We've never seen a man hold a woman down in a bed. I mean, I'm not talking about your uncle that you know and none of that. I'm talking about literally see a man hold a woman down in a bed, because all of y'all know your girl get locked up today to do 10, 15, you having a party that night. Don't even front. You know what I'm saying? So seeing something like this that was such a rare, like it was just so rare, I ain't gonna front. I got a lot of empathy for Pap. I got a lot of empathy for Pap, because now that he's going through what he's going through, is happening in the public eye. And this divorce, that divorce is nasty, man. It's nasty. I mean, Remy, she's on live. She talking about him and violating him and disrespecting him, saying stuff about don't be saying stuff with the teeth I bought you. Like, I mean, it's getting bad. You know what I mean? It's getting bad. But let's watch some of Remy and unpack this.
I don't like every time your current come up situation, I'ma drag you. And every time you bring your little girly self on here and saying something, I'ma drag you. Every time, Willie. I'm gonna drag you every time, Willie. Every time. I was just trying to get back with you yesterday. Get back with what? Get back with what? Why the fuck would I be trying to get back with you, sir? Stop lying to these people. Did y'all look at the date on that filing? Oh, it's so easy to file. He filed that today. He filed this today. Who gave you the money? They gave you the money. You should be look at me, doing you favors again. I got y'all lit. All the blogs pick y'all up. You can use all my perks, all my front row perks, all my jewelry perks, all my jacket perks. Y'all lit. I got y'all lit. And look at me again, still doing you favors. I got your lawyer retained.
And I ain't gonna front, more than anything, this make Remy look even worse. I know she think that she venting and telling her side of the story and keeping it 1,000, because this is how she's communicating with him. But this makes her look even worse than she looked before. Just off the simple fact of this, you had this person that was presented in front of the world on television. Y'all coined this whole black love thing and became people's goals, and y'all talk so much about y'all relationship. You spoke about how he held you down. He told his story. And the come to find out that he's telling the world, like, yo, she cheated on me. Then he put his hands on the man that did it. And the reason why he said he put his hands on the man that did it, let's just watch and find out.
What y'all think?
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck this nigga. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
That is not true.
Talking to this nigga.
That is not true. I would have been stopped talking to this nigga. So you telling me you got a lame running around here bragging, oh, I'm fucking this wife, oh, the whole shit, right? You got a lame who came in front of me, shook my hand, and which is total disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that. She's an adult. That's not why I knocked you out. I knocked you out because you shook my hand.
And that's crazy. Like, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. That's crazy. Like, to know that the dude that was so close to her. And even look at this.
Hottest names in the game right now. Remy and Easy, the block captain, join us right now. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I got to ask you, how's the family?
The family is great.
How's Papoose?
He's good. He's the head of hip hop at TuneCore now, so he's working on that. And the baby, she's running the house as usual.
Good Day New York. I mean, Remy had, her battle league to promote, but she's on Good Day New York with him, talking about her husband. Not to mention, dude looked like a variant of Papoose. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a variant of him. And imagine you knowing what you're going through behind the scenes, and then you got to see your wife up on television with that guy. Or even if he didn't know let's say he didn't know or whatever, and you watching and you like, damn, that psychologically would break a lot of people. So I got to salute the Papoose, because by him just putting his hands on him, that's why they have a charge called jealous rage. There's literally a charge called jealous rage, because when you get put in these certain type of predicaments, you can't control yourself based on these emotional events. But Pap is being called emotional by Remy.
Emotional? Why I'm blocked? Why I'm blocked? How you popping shit and try to talk shit about me and got me blocked? I can't even see it. Thankfully, I know you can't take an L. I know you over there losing your mind trying to figure out what she gonna do next. I'ma do everything. Everything that you think that I might not do, I'm going to do. Everything. 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 Stop lying through them fucking teeth that I paid for. You fucking liar.
And a lot of times, this is why men don't open up to women. Because all of the things that he's confided in her, and listen, she ain't giving no context to what's going on. So the only thing I'm interpreting by her saying, yo, you emotional, I could play when you was crying, I could play when you was crying and all of that, and is, to me, maybe he was asking for his family back. Maybe he was trying to make things right with a person that did him wrong. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was trying to make right with a person that did him wrong, but guess what? That's being thrown in his face. But who wouldn't be emotional in that sense? What type of man wouldn't be emotional if he was going to jail every day to visit you? You know what I'm saying? Because if the shoe's on the other foot, in any other scenario, shoes on the other foot, shorty coming up north, doing everything she's supposed to do, holding it down, everything. If she get done dirty, then dude is all types of whatevers, right? He's all types of whatevers. We all know what they gonna call him. But for her, it's like, if Pap did something, if he did something wrong, it would be open and shut case. She'd be saying that at every point, because that's, and rightfully so. A woman is going to do that. She'll be like, yo, you did me dirty. You did me dirty. She's saying, I would have been stopped talking to him if it wasn't for you, because now I got to get cool with him so that he don't, what? Where's the logic in that? 5 + 5 = 45. Like, what is we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just seeing this unfold and all of that, like, people say, oh, it's sad. It's not sad, because now we on season 3. We on season 3, episode 1, right? But Claressa Shields, she was on the Breakfast Club, and she got asked about her relationship with Pap and how she feels about the whole thing going on with Remy. And this is prior to what's happening now. But I ain't gonna front, she gave a mature stance.
Needs to handle? What do you mean by that?
Say it again.
You said earlier there's some things Pap need to handle.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's the elephant in the room. I don't have to say it.
I don't know.
In his personal life.
Oh,
yeah, it's the elephant in the room. Like, but that takes time, and like I said, that's not my place to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll get handled. I just know that from my perspective, I'm with him every day, and when I'm not with him, we're on the phone every day, and we're talking, and we're FaceTiming, and you know, we love each other. So that's just kind of what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's a situation, and it is what it is.
Now I respect her. I respect her for saying, you know what, like, she gonna play her role and she gonna stay out the way. You know what I mean? She gonna play her role and stay out the way and not have to say too much, because I mean, she said as much as she possibly could have said prior, but she gonna fall back. You know what I mean? And that's the real support, because it's bad enough. And I ain't gonna front, I'm pretty sure she telling her like, yo, stop doing all of this. But at the same time, let's keep it a bid. Remy do not want to run into her. Like, she does not want to run into her, bro. Like, we all know that we don't want to see that happen at all. But this is what happens with people who put themselves out there. I respect people who hold it together, that put their relationships on Front Street, because when you putting your stuff on the front, people can't wait to see a car crash, man. They can't wait to see something go bad. They can't wait to see something to say, I told you so. It wasn't going to last, because they project. They look at that as, oh, that's not going to last. Me personally, I never looked at Remy and Pap and said that, oh, that eventually they'll end, or because I just believed in it. You know what I'm saying? For what they was presenting, I believed in it. It was something that nobody had ever seen before. Me personally, I'm not entertained by love, so I don't watch love stuff like that. But every time I seen them, I'm like, oh, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Black man, black woman, child, the Trinity, Holy Trinity. That's great to see that they're all being examples within their own right. You know what I'm saying? It's great to see that. But seeing how they both acting, like, let's keep it 1,000. If Pap is not damn near 50, Pap and Remy is both in their 40s. Pap and Remy is both in their 40s. And while we will always laugh and point the finger at what the youth done, or we always say, yo, the youth is wilding, they be doing this, they be doing that, look at the examples. Look at what's going on. Everybody feels like, all right, I got to get ahead of the narrative. If something comes out about me, or somebody saying something about me, I got to say whatever it is I could say to make the other person in the situation look as bad as they possibly can. And then I say at what cost, because regardless to if y'all not cool no more or y'all not in love no more, there was a point in time where y'all did love one another. Y'all made a child out of love. Y'all was together out of love. Even if that love is gone, don't put it on the internet so that we can make content out of it, because we going to make content out of it. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I mean, like I said, Remy, she don't look good in this situation. Nothing about this situation looks like it's within Remy's favor, for the simple fact of how y'all presented yourselves. Y'all presented yourselves as like some sort of perfect couple. Black love seemed like this thing that like we had never seen. I mean, we've seen black love before. I'm not going to go all the way there, but I'm just saying, like, the way that they did it on reality TV, two rappers at that, a male and female rapper that had respect within their own playing fields. You know what I'm saying? Have respect within their own playing fields, to come together, have kids, be successful. He support her, she supports him. We had never seen that. No, that's a lie. Because, I mean, Jay-Z and Beyonce do it. You know what I mean? But, I mean, the Remy going to jail and all of that, we never seen that. But I think that, like, this is a clear example why y'all got to stop making people y'all goals. Don't ever make a person your goals when it comes to how you feel like you want to, or what you want to have in a relationship, because whatever they got is due to them, how the universe is lined up, and also their personalities. If we seeing this on IG Live, could you imagine what was going on in the crib? Could you imagine what was going on before they go on stage? Could you imagine what was going on at the point where Pap found out that Remy was cheating? Could you imagine what was going on with Pap when he was going through what he was going through with Remy? Like, it's a lot. But this is why y'all gotta pick and choose. Y'all should pick and choose. People should definitely pick and choose, because you gotta be very, very conscious about what you want to let people into your life. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some sort of barrier. It has to be certain things that's just for you. Now, you know, you have the women who say, oh, my man don't post me, or I broke up with him because he don't post me enough. And you want to know why? It's for reasons like this. That doesn't necessarily mean that a man is doing you dirty behind the scenes, but a lot of people don't want people in their shit. Because then once it go bad, then they start crashing out. And then once they start crashing out, then you get the results that you're getting now. I mean, somebody got to be an adult in the room. Somebody got to be an adult in the room. Both of these people, Remy and Pap, they're consenting adults. They got children together. They was married. And they are in, you know, they're not 30 anymore. They're not 20 no more. They're not even 40 no more. You know what I mean? They on the latter sides of that. I am too old. I'm only 42. You know what I mean? I got me a good, couple years before I'm on the latter side of 40. But you got to make better decisions, man. Y'all got to make better decisions because guess what? Don't nobody care, man. They only care about the crash. I tell people all the time, the reason why traffic exists, you ever been in traffic for a while long? And then by the time you get to the top of the traffic, you realize that it's not a police officer directing traffic this way or the other way. It's not that there's a car in the middle of the street. It's because everybody's driving by slow because they just want that one look. They want that 5 seconds to be able to say in their day, damn, I saw that. And that's what we seeing right here. I wish the best for both parties, but y'all got to grow up. This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually will. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.